Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Pirate Master Murdoch. In today's video I am going to be explaining what the Ethos Network is and why it's so important in Web3, so let's jump straight into it. First things first, the Ethos Network is essentially a site where people can see people's credibility and vouch for other people in Web3. That way you can figure out who is credible and who isn't, and this really helps us, figure out who's a scammer, who's a grifter, and who isn't. And it's a really great platform to figure that out, because a lot of the time when you're scrolling on X, you might see people post about a new meme coin or a new project, and you might not necessarily know who they are or to know if they're credible, but with Ethos, you can actually figure that out very easily. So I'm going to show you a little bit how this works, and then I'll show you what it looks like on X and how to do everything. So first things first, we're over here at my profile right here. So there's a few things to look out for. First, you can see right here, this is linked to your X profile. You can see who invited you. So I was invited by the legendary Adam Fern from the Proof of Play team, which is a huge flex. But another really cool thing here is the score breakdown, and you can also see your score. So if we click on this, this actually gives me exactly how my score is broken down. You can see here how all of the scoring goes. So right now I am in the reputable stage. If you first join, you'll be in neutral, maybe questionable, depending on the stats down below. So here you can see how everything is accounted for. So review impact, this is based off of your reviews. Ethos invite source credibility. So you can see all of this. So this is based off of the people who invited my profile. Vote impact, so this is based off of the votes that you do, so upvoting stuff on people's profile, and I'll show you that in a bit. Also your Twitter, which is your X account age, which mine is quite old, so I got the 25 extra points. So if you make a brand new Twitter account or X account, whichever you prefer, don't worry too much about this, because you can get this up and your score up in other ways. And then you can see here there is vouching, mutual vouches, number of vouch impact, and Ethereum address age. So I actually used about a 1-year-old Ethereum address and got 15 points. So if you do get invited to Ethos, I highly recommend you use a very, very old wallet. That way you can get an increased score right here and get a little bit of a jump. So that's how you can see your score. We're going to go back to my profile here, and I'm going to explain some things right here. So as you can see here on my profile, you can see all of the people who have left positive reviews and vouches for me. So the top 3 up here are the most upvoted stuff. So I actually upvoted my own stuff as well as everyone who comments, because you do get kind of XP for doing this. So I try to upvote anyone's positive review that I agree with. So in this case, you can see these are the 3 most upvoted on my profile. So one is jjangbang.eth, which if you read this, he left a positive review saying that he hasn't actually interacted with me, but we have a ton of mutuals and have a ton of respect with the gaming folks and everything. And from this one review, I actually had him reach out to me and we connected, because I also gave him a positive review based off of our mutual friends saying great things about each other. And through that, we actually now are friends and talk on Discord as well as X. So literally through a positive review from mutual friends, we became connected. And because of that, I now have a new friend in the Web3 space, who I also see as someone who is very reputable and someone who is really awesome. The next one you can see here is from Ronan. He co-hosts all of my spaces with me, so I know he's a very good person. And then there's also Mateus Selectic, who is one of the greatest content creators in the Web3 space. So those are my top 3. You can see other people's top 3. In the Ethos activity, you can also see all of the stuff that you receive on your profile as well as given, and then all activity. So right here, you can see in the past day or so, I got some vouchers from, I got a vouch from Sanjay, I got a vouch from Pepe, and a vouch from Fat Cat, as well as a lot of positive reviews in the past day. So that's really cool. And you can actually upvote things you agree with, and you can downvote things that you disagree with. So that is something to do. Another thing to keep in mind is your vouchers. So you can actually click right up here in your vouch balances. And when you go here, you'll actually be able to see everyone that you vouched for and then people that vouched for you. So here you can see all of my vouchers right here. So I've done a lot of vouchers. A lot of these people are in the Pirate Nation community, as well as other, awesome people in the Web3 space, which is really cool. Next thing you can do is go to people who vouched for you. So here I can see everyone that actually vouched for me, which as you can see, I pretty much vouched back for all of them because I've interacted with all of them before. I haven't done a vouch back for Sanjay or Pepe, so I will need to do that because I only have nice things to say about both of them. They're both very awesome people. But something that you can do with your vouchers is you can actually take back your vouchers. So if I go back to my vouchers here and I scroll right over here, you can actually remove your vouchers right over here, just with this button here, and you can actually unvouch for people. So for an example, if you vouch for someone and they no longer become credible, you can actually unvouch from them and take back your vouch. This will affect their score. It will take some time for it to go down, but it will affect their score. And that way you get your ETH back that you get for vouching. One thing to note is you really don't need to put more than 0.01 ETH for a vouch. Adding more money only kind of makes a statement of how much you really trust for them, but you really only need to put that much for a vouch. You get the same score regardless. So just keep that in mind, and I will make another video that, tells you exactly how to get a good score, as well as, some tips and tricks. So if we actually go back to my profile here now, you'll see here that you can see your most credible vouchers, which you can see right here. I've got jjangbang.eth, I've got Cubs fan, which is a known whale, I got Scotto and Adam Fern, and then all of the other stuff here. So now what I want to show you is what it looks like when you go to someone's profile. So we are going to go to one of my friends right here, Green Man. He is a very reputable person. So we're going to go to his profile right here. You can see he's very reputable already. You can see he's got a lot of people that have vouched for him already. I gave him a bigger vouch than normal because he is one of my friends in the space and I trust him very much. Another really cool thing is you can see right here he's got two really big people in the Web3 space giving positive reviews. He might not be as active on X, but anyone who knows him knows how awesome of a person he is, which is why he has so many vouchers. So what you can do up here is you can actually go right here where instead of saying reviewed, it will say review. And this is where you can give a positive or negative review to someone. In my case, I gave a positive review. And if I wanted to do a vouch, you can also hit vouch right up here and you leave a vouch for them. So that is something you can do. For another example, we're going to go to this guy's profile right here. So this is someone I haven't interacted with, but you can see right here, here's their review and vouch. So just like this, I can go here and I can leave either a negative, a neutral, or a positive review for this person, or a vouch, which is literally the same thing. You just add in 0.01 ETH, and then you can leave a vouch. So I'm not going to do that right now because I haven't interacted with this person, but I will look them up later because obviously if one of my friends is vouching for them, chances are they are a very good person, right? So another thing I want to show you is the contribution page, which is right here. You can hit contribute and it'll bring you to this page right here. So here you can see I'm on an 11-day streak, and I'll show you how to increase your streak, which is really easy. You just go right here, and there's also more ways to earn right down here. You can read that later. There's a leaderboards to see where you are, and pretty much what I want to show you is this contribution thing right here, and just kind of run through it with you to show you what you can do each day to get XP. So we're going to hit start just like this. And what it does is it brings up an account here. So it says, do you trust L? Trading attention. They have a neutral score. I can click here and go to their X profile, but there's 0 vouchers. I don't know who this person is, so I'm going to say no, that I don't trust them. I could leave a review, but I'm going to skip and continue. Next is Dragos. Sometimes I buy good coins, trading journals. He's got 100% positive review. He's got a lot of money vouchers. I can go to his X profile right here. I could also go and check out his Ethos profile. And typically when I'm doing this, I check out their X profiles. So we're just going to click this and it brings us right to their X profile. And right here, we can actually see right here their score, and we can go down and just kind of see what they post about. So we can see all of these different little things. You can see they're reposting stuff about Ethos, all of this. So I'm going to go back and say, yeah, I trust them for now. We'll hit continue. Next, who do you trust more? Mike Dudas, crypto investor, 6-man, co-founder, or Floki. So I kind of don't know either one of these two people at all. This one has an 80% positive review, no vouchers. This one has 6. I'm just going to hit unsure because I don't know either, and I'm not going to go and search both of them on their X's for right now. So we'll just leave it for that one. So this is I Am Tan, who left a positive review for Otto Suwin. So I don't know who either of these people are, but is this review helpful? Let's see. Otto Man, great guy. Never felt unsure about him. So I don't think this really helps me as a helpful review. So I'm going to hit no because it doesn't help me. G6, positively reviewed Deep Days. So we look at this, we can see lots of vouchers, 100%, very, very active. Days underscore deep underscore days, more like deep thinker. Deep, a long-time fellow MVHQ member. So a lot of my friends are part of this group. So I know if he's in there, he's probably a very good person who adds tons of value and discussion involved, sharp and analytical. So I'm going to say this is a helpful review. It kind of gives, a long time, kind of gives a lot of helpful stuff about who they are. So being a longtime member of a group helps, and then going into more stuff of what they are. So I'm going to say that's a helpful review. Next is Abhi, positively reviewed Apex. So I actually know Apex. He's a great content creator, but is this review helpful? It just says my lady. It is not a helpful review at all. I think Apex is a great guy, but because it's asking if this is helpful at all, I'm hitting no because it's not helpful at all. Doesn't give any insight on why you're given a positive review. So next one, this is Shamdo positively reviewing this person. You can see 87 positive reviews on this account. That's pretty cool. So we read this, the epitome of authenticity. If you're coming into the space for the first time and you're looking for one specific person that sets a great example, this is your guy. This is enough to know that it is a great review and it is helpful. Migs, this is positively reviewing my buddy Greenman. So we just looked at his profile. He's an OG Pirate Nation community member, one of the trusty Pirate Nation members. I would agree with this. I would say this is helpful. I know both of these people very well, so I'm hitting yes. Now we're looking at Scotto. He is neutrally reviewing Pre-Rich, which has 5 positive reviews and is just shit poster. Now, this is a one comment thing that I actually think is helpful because it's straight to the point. You know that they're just going to be shit posting. I think it's a very helpful review. I also know Scotto, so I'm giving that a yes. Next is Serene, impressive Omni-chain. So I would say that's helpful because it kind of gives insight about what layer 0 is. So I'm hitting yes. This person positively reviewed this random account. Is this helpful? This is not a helpful review at all. Tradesgiving positively reviewed Brian DeSanto. So I know both of these people. I already know that this is going to be a good one. You can read this. It's positive. I'm giving this a yes because I know both of them. Waldo positively reviewed AIZ. So I actually know Waldo. He's from the Pirate Nation community. He says one can always trust AIZ, such a Chad. I think that's helpful. So yes. Waldo again. Wow. With Tim, I don't even know how to say that last name, but Waldo says great Web3 figure, and I trust Waldo a lot, so I am going to hit yes. If I didn't know Waldo, I probably would have either went no or neutral, but because I know who this guy is directly from being in the Pirate Nation community with him for the past like 2.5 years, I'm hitting yes. Now, this is the very last one. So is their score right? We look at Galaxy, the decentralized super app powered by GraviChain, home to Galaxy, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Telegram, we look at this. I would say it's underrated. This is like a real, thing building something out. So I'd say it's underrated. It should be at the reputable at least. And then I'm not going to leave any reviews. And then just like that, we get some XP and we add more to our score. So that is something that you can do every day. It resets right at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you do that every day to get more and more XP. And then we can also go over here and look at the leaderboards. So here we can actually see the contributors with the most XP. So those are people who just did what I just went through with you right now, as well as leaving a lot of reviews and vouchers, getting more XP. And then we can also see the most credible, which if we look right here, let's see who's the most credible and just give it a few minutes and give it a second. Should be any second now. Okay, here we go here. So we have Sephron, who is the creator of Ethos. So obviously it makes sense that he is the most credible. And then you can scroll down here and you can see all of these other people that are very credible. So we can scroll down and see all of these people here. So all of these people are credible people based off of, the reviews of the public, which is pretty cool. And I do want to just highlight again, jjangbang.eth. So this is someone who I actually didn't know personally, but because I left a positive review on their account, it actually ended up being a way that we can connect. And we did end up connecting, and we are actually now friends now. So you can actually go into their profile and you can see everything. And if you scroll down far enough, I'm sure you can find my review, which right here. So this is my vouch. This is where I recently got the chance to talk to him, which was super cool. And then right here is my my positive review. So this is essentially the way that I reached out on this platform to get to know this guy. And because of that, it led to me having a new friend. So right in my review, I just straight up say I have not had the chance to talk to him, but a bunch of my fellow pirates speak very highly of him and respect him as a top tier trader and trustworthy guy. So just from that, I knew he was a really respectable person. And from this review, he actually reached out to me. We became friends, and that led to me giving him a vouch and now having a brand new friend in the Web3 space. So if you are new to Ethos and got an invite or just wanting to expand your network, you can actually use Ethos as a way to interact and, get to know new people, from giving a positive review like what I just did into people who you might want to come in contact with or get to know. So that is just something to keep an eye out for. And again, that's pretty much everything you really need to know about Ethos. So I'm just going to go back to my profile here. And we'll actually just show you these things here as well. So you can actually put it to dark mode, which is like this, which if you like dark mode, you'll like this a lot better. I actually like it in light mode for now, but there's all these other things you can play with as well. As for invites are extremely hard to get. And if you actually go to invites here, you can see how it works. So when you invite someone, you have a bonding curve with them for 90 days, which means if their score goes up, your score goes up. If their score goes down, your score goes down, as well. So you almost really want to only invite people that are trustworthy because you're tied to them, right? Essentially. So I only had 2 invites. I invited JW and Pepe because they're both people that I know very well. And because of that, I wanted to invite them. When I get more invites, I will invite more people. So hopefully I can get more invites and invite more people, especially those who watch this video entirely. That way, you know, I can help you out and invite you to the platform, which is really, really cool and lots of stuff. So with that, that is pretty much everything you really need to know about Ethos. We went over pretty much everything, the reviews, the vouchers and everything. You can also give negative reviews to people who are not helpful in the space at all, and I'm not going to really show that because I don't really want to show negativity on the timeline, just because I like being a positive person. But if you do have someone who you want to give a negative review to, you can go to their profile and do that. Now, before we end the video, I do want to just quickly show you what X looks like with the add-on. So this is X right now, and you can see right here, right around everyone's profile, you can see their ratings right here. So right here, this is Jonah Blake's. Everyone knows who Jonah is. He's got a neutral rating. Here we have Dub. He's got a neutral rating. And we can just scroll down and see all of these different people. Play Gigaverse has a very low rating. That's probably because they're a brand new account. Just like this. Here's Gaspode, and something that we can do is we can hover over and write a review, or we can click on their thing right here and we can go write a review, and it brings you right to Ethos just like that. And just like that, you can leave a review and do whatever you want. So I've actually already given a review to Gaspode because I think he's one of the greatest content creators out there. So I'm going to give an upvote for this. And I'm going to give upvotes for all of these as well because I agree with all of them. And every upvote you do does give you XP, so it does help you out in the long run. So make sure you go and upvote anything that you agree with. That's what I've been doing, and it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to go back to my profile one last time. So if you're watching this video and you thought it helped you understand Ethos a little better, feel free to leave me a positive review. If we don't know each other yet, you can leave me a positive review asking to get to know me, and I will reach out and try to get to know everyone who does that because I like meeting new people in the space. But if you have any other questions about Ethos, leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer them as much as possible. If you're looking for an invite to Ethos, hopefully, this video will reach someone that will get me some more invites so I can invite more people to Ethos because I think it's a really, really great platform and really, really, really helpful thing that is needed in Web3 because it helps you see who you can trust and who you can't trust in Web3. Obviously, this system can be gamed a little bit, but I know the Ethos team has something in store to combat that, and I can make another video that goes into more details about it. It's a little bit complicated, and we've already been doing this video for quite some time now. So I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Yarg!